Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I have a fun video for you guys. I've been thinking about different types of videos that I can come up with for you guys, and I don't know if this was already done by somebody, but I am here to share with you guys 6 palettes, eyeshadow palettes, that if they were released today, 2020, in the future, I probably wouldn't have purchased them now. I currently own these palettes, but if they were released today, I would not bat an eye and actually spend the money on them today. So I wanted to share these 6 ones for you guys. There's not many in my collection, but these 6 stood out. So if you're interested in seeing these 6 palettes, stay tuned. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash to project pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the palettes. Now, like I mentioned to you guys, these are 6 palettes that if were released today and I saw pictures of them today, I 99.9% of the time probably would have not purchased these right now. It's just not something that I'm into right now. This doesn't necessarily mean I want to declutter these palettes. I already have them. Most of them I have been enjoying, but if I were to see these today, I would have not bought these. I would have not bought these. I have to keep in mind that sometimes some palettes I do keep because in the future I do plan on going back to the workforce, and we all know that having a very bright eye is a faux pas for the office. So I don't want to get rid of all of my neutral stuff or things that I can use for the office, because then I'd be wasting money to then buy it again, basically. So let's start off with the first one. The first one that I have here is by Laura Geller. This is her Sleek and Chic Eye Color Palette. This I did a full review years ago. I don't even remember how long I've had this, but this is what this palette looks like. And if I would have seen this released today, I would not be buying it. It's not that I don't like it. Again, it's not that I don't like it, but right now I wouldn't have bought this. I just look at this and I'm like, yeah, it's purples, it's neutrals, it has that deep dark color right over here that looks like black blue, the dark brown. It's like your typical ones. I already have this palette over and over. Will I keep it? Yes, because I can use this in the future, but I wouldn't have bought this now. I would have said, okay, yeah, it's nice for those that want it, but I wouldn't have spent the $50 some I'm sure this palette costs. The next 2 that I have are from the same brand, and it goes again for the same reason. The first one's Dolly Wild Side Eyeshadow Palette by Buxom. This one is very pretty. I do like this palette. It's very muted purple, and nowadays I like a very bright purple. So for me, this is okay. I do like certain shadows in here that I can pull out and use with other type of palettes. For instance, this shadow right here, this one all the way at the end I really enjoy, and this is a pretty transition color. These 3 right here I could do without, but I do keep it because I know that one day I'll get use out of it, and this is color for the office. It's practical color. You know what I mean. So I am gonna keep it still, but if I would have saw this today, I would have said no thank you, moving on. The other one by Buxom is the May Contain Nudity, and this is one that I really have enjoyed in the past. This one is just your typical brown neutral. It's very neutral, has gold, it's more warmy tone, but again, I have these shades over and over and over, and I don't really reach for this lately. If I need a neutral look, if I need something that just is easy to go with, I would probably pull this out. And honestly, looking at these shadows, this is the only one I haven't touched. All the rest I have touched, is the only one I haven't touched, and it's more of the cooler tone brown. But I do keep it again because I know eventually I will get use out of it, but this is a palette that I have over and over and over in my collection. I can either pull out of different palettes to make it, so I don't necessarily need to have this one. Another one that I probably wouldn't have bought if it was released today is this Urban Decay Smoked one. I keep this one because I know that I love the colors in it, and eventually if I need a smoky eye look, I could use it. I get those neutral shades. This is a good quality Urban Decay, and Urban Decay, we all know, hasn't been really releasing things that I've been enjoying. So this is something that if I saw today, I most likely wouldn't. Back then when this was released, there wasn't many smoky palettes. There wasn't many palettes with color in it. So at the time, this made sense. But right now, these are nothing compared to what you see now. So I wouldn't buy this right now. I do like it. I like the whole zip up thing of it. It's very unique. It's different in my collection. It's soft. I could travel with it if I ever travel again in my lifetime. I wouldn't buy this right now. Now the last two are from the same brand as well. I only own 3 in total of this packaging, and 2 out of 3 I would not purchase if they were released today. There is one that I still would get if I saw it released today, but these 2 I probably most likely will not. The first one is the Morphe 35B. When this was released, there wasn't many affordable, or at least I did not realize it that there was many. So I wouldn't have bought this. This is the bright palette, the 35 bright palette from Morphe. The reason why I bought this one is because one, it had all bright colors, it was inexpensive, and it wasn't a bunch of browns. That's what Morphe is known for. This is from their newer packaging, so this is relatively new with the names here. So this is relatively new, but if I would have seen this released today, I wouldn't have bought it. I have enough colorful, bright palettes that are really good quality that this one I probably wouldn't. I solely keep this one because I know eventually I'll get use out of it in one way or another. If I need it for like hair color, or if I need it for brows. This I keep more for like my artistic sense, not so much for grabbing for it to make an eye look. Yes, I can grab it to make an eye look, but I prefer other palettes and their quality more than this one. So I wouldn't purchase this one if I saw it released today either. And the other one that I wouldn't get is the 35H, which is the 35 Hotspot. This is one that I have shown previous in other videos. This one again I wouldn't purchase. I like the color story. I'm happy that I have it now, but I wouldn't buy it if I saw it today. I think that we've seen so many other palettes. It's just the quality of Morphe is just, I'm not a fan of the black packaging like this. This is actually, this hardcover packaging that they've come out with is 10 times better than their other one that they had, the more rounded type of packaging of this. So they upped their shadow quality from that, but it's still not as good as like other indie brands that I have. And I do have palettes where it's blues, and I do have ones that are reds. And I don't necessarily need 35 eyeshadows of this, but I do keep it because it has come in handy. I have used this. Same thing with the 35 Brights. Color Burst, that's what it's called, the Color Burst. But this one, I wouldn't purchase either. There is a third one that I do have. I don't remember the name or the number, but though that one I would buy because I do like the color story a ton of that one. But the Color Bright one, the 35 Color Bright, and the Hotspot one, these two I probably would have skipped out on if I saw these today, but I'm keeping them because I have them and I will eventually get use out of them one way or another. So those are 6 eyeshadow palettes that are in my collection that I probably would not buy if I saw them out today out in the market, somebody sending them to me, somebody promoting them. I would have said nope, I'll skip out. I'm not even interested. I probably wouldn't even seen these being released because they just wouldn't catch my attention. There's so many eyeshadow palettes. The quality has gotten so good at this point that it's very rare to find an eyeshadow palette that is crap. Let's be honest, the majority of eyeshadow palettes have gotten so good, even at the drugstore, that you can always make something work nowadays. Speaking 5-6 years ago, that wasn't the case, but now I would say like 98% of the time that you're purchasing an eyeshadow palette, you can make it work one way or another. It is not complete garbage where you just have to throw it completely out. So these are still in the works. I'm still working on them. I'll eventually get to them. I know that I'm going to get use out of them at one point in my life. Hopefully they won't go as bad, but I can still make it work, I'm sure. As long as they don't irritate my eyeballs, I'm good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what palettes you wouldn't purchase that you currently own that you would see released today and you would be like, no, I wouldn't buy that right now, but you do have them in your collection. I'll put more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.